What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you guys a review of the Footpatrol New Balance 1906R X-Ray. This is a collaboration between UK retailer Footpatrol with New Balance. Releasing back on May 31st, the design of this 1906R is inspired by an X-ray and the inner workings of the human body. And this was a pretty frustrating release, at least for me, so I bought these on the release date on May 31st, but for some reason my pair got either lost in transit or something happened, but after waiting for about a month and a bit, I had to contact Footpatrol and I finally got refunded. So then I eventually had to pick these up on eBay because as of right now, I believe there's only smaller sizes on Footpatrol's website, so that was pretty frustrating for me. But here they are finally in my hand. This of course is a delayed review, but hey, better late than never. So the style code for this shoe is M1906RFP, and these retailed for a price of 155 Great British Pounds, which is approximately 200 USD or 275 here in Canada. And although there's no actual Footpatrol branding on this shoe, some say that doesn't make it a true collaboration, but to me it doesn't always need to be about the branding. I think the colorway of the shoe is really solid. So diving into the details of this shoe, the base layer of the sneaker is constructed out of a blue colored mesh, which has a bit of a teal tint to it. Holding the laces in place right in the center, we have this synthetic leather layer with the New Balance N logo pressed in the center, and then overlaid on the front toe cap, we have these semi-translucent TPU layers, which have these white colored accents running throughout. Covering the front toe cap, we have more of that synthetic dark blue leather, and then this triangular shaped cutout in between the TPU layer. This is covered in a darker navy blue colored mesh. Moving downwards, we have more of that teal-based mesh, and then for the middle two eyelets, we have these black woven strips, which run down past the New Balance N logo beneath it. So this is what New Balance calls their N-lock technology, so basically when you tighten up your laces, you can imagine these strips pulling the shoe inwards around the midfoot, giving you added support. But then on the medial side, this is a little bit different. The eyelets here are done in more of an off-white color, which is a small touch, but I really like how they differentiated between the lateral and medial sides. And then underneath the New Balance N logo, we have more of that darker blue mesh like we saw earlier on the toe box. Moving downwards, we have more of these translucent TPU layers, and we have 1906R branding found on the lateral side in light blue. And then hugging the heel of the sneaker, we have a dark blue TPU heel cup, which gives you additional structure and support around the back end of the shoe. In the middle, we have NB branding, and then on the top of the heel, we have 3 horizontal strips of reflective 3M. In terms of laces, this pair comes with 2 different lace options. The standard lace that they come with are these squiggly black colored laces, but they also come with a light blue colored lace as well if you want to give the shoe more pop. Underneath this, we have a black mesh tongue, and we have a synthetic leather strip running down the center with New Balance running branding. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a black colored mesh. And then for the insoles, these come with a pretty well padded ortholite foam insole. We have this X-ray inspired graphic of a foot, and we have New Balance branding pressed onto the heel. So the upper of the 1906R sits atop this midsole, which is crafted using a mix of Absorb and Absorb SBS. So the midsole for the most part is painted in this cream color, but we have a light blue colored hit on the lateral forefoot. And then in addition to Absorb and Absorb SBS, we also have New Balance's Energy technology, which is visible on the lateral heel with these gel-like pillars. And this helps with impact protection and shock absorption. And then for the outsole, this is done in this tonal cream colored finish. In terms of the style, it's the same as you usually see, so we have this diamond shaped traction pattern along with these grooves to give you added flexibility. And then underneath the rubber in the middle, we have a shiny translucent red colored TPU shank plate, which is what New Balance calls their stability web technology, and this is there to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit like any other 1906R in my collection, so I personally prefer to go true to size. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I usually wear a size 10 in models like the 1906R, 2002R, 860V2, and a lot of the made in UK models like the 1500 and the 991. Whereas I go a half size down in a lot of the made in USA models like the 990 series, 992, 993. Those ones I feel are a little bit more roomy than usual. So basically, if you have a narrow, normal, or slightly wide foot, go true to size and you should be fine. But if you have like a really wide foot, you might be better off going up a half size and just dealing with the extra length that going up a half size gives you. Moving on to the comfort, so these are a very comfortable sneaker, and I've said this before in all my past reviews, the 1906R, the 2002R, and the 860 V2, they all utilize the same tooling, so that's going to give you a good balance of softness with support. So it's not going to be an overly soft shoe. In fact, I feel like it's more of a supportive feeling sneaker, but there is some level of squishiness to it. It's not going to feel like a stiff board underfoot. So these are one of those types of models that I would bring if I'm going on vacation, for example, or if I'm going to be at Disney World and I'm going to be walking like 25,000 steps within a day. These shoes will absolutely hold up. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality was really nothing special. These are all just synthetic materials, so we have a bunch of meshes, TPUs, and synthetic leathers. Nothing actual genuine high quality was put onto the shoe, but the overall build I thought was great. It was pretty much free of any glue stains, the stitch job was good, and the paint job was solid as well. So even though the materials weren't great, I thought the overall build and the presentation of this pair was top notch. So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, I think this is a great colorway of the 1906R. First of all, just as the colorway itself, I think it's pretty wearable, and I like the different tones of blue and how they're accented with the white, the black, and of course the little pop of red. I think that really sets it apart. And in terms of the storytelling of this shoe, or at least the inspiration behind it, X-ray, I think it's translated really well on this pair as well. We have these white colored hits, which kind of remind me of the bone, and the throwing on the X-ray of the foot on the insole I thought was genius. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Footpatrol New Balance 1906R? For anyone watching, I know these dropped back in May, but did you pick up a pair of these yourself? Did you take an L in your size, or you just pass on them altogether? As usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8. Follow me on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review, and I'll catch all of you in the next one.